There's a huge furore over CBSE's three-language policy and the U-turn around this time, with now parents saying their ninth class children have been bombed with a last-minute mandate. A whole lot of stress, change in subject selections, last moment. In fact, the latest political neta to raise objection is Annamalai himself, who seems to have broken ranks with his own political party over the sudden rollout of the three-language policy for Class 9 students by the CBSE. He has openly criticized CBSE's sudden rollback on the three-language policy timeline, saying the move has shocked parents, particularly in Tamil Nadu. Annamalai pointed out that in April 2026, CBSE had indicated that the third language requirement for Class 9 students would only kick in from the 2029-30 academic year. But just a month later, in May 2026, the board made the third language compulsory from the current academic session itself. This is what he has said. I had welcomed the CBSE's decision earlier because there was a clarity and a transition period. The sudden reversal amounts to the CBSE going back on its own commitment. He stressed that students who have already spent years learning foreign languages are now being forced into an abrupt change, creating confusion and pressure for both children and parents. This is Annamalai going against his own party's stand for what it is. The new CBSE three-language policy is at the heart of the growing confusion among parents and schools. Under the revised framework, students in Class 9 will now have to study three languages, with at least two of them being Indian languages. That means a foreign language like French, German or Spanish can only be chosen one, either as a third language only and only if the other two are Indian languages, which is hard because many schools will mandate English as a compulsory language, though it's a foreign one. CBSE has clarified that another foreign language may also be offered as an additional fourth subject for those who are interested. Importantly, there will be no board examination with the third language in Class 10, as all assessments for R3, that's the third language, will remain internal and school-based, though grades will still appear on the CBSE certificate. The board says this entire framework is being introduced in line with the National Education Policy or NEP 2020. On April 9th, CBSE had clearly stated that the new three-language policy would not apply to Class 9 students till the 2029-30th academic session. Schools went ahead with admissions, students finalized subject choices and parents planned accordingly, but barely a month later on May 15th, the board made a dramatic U-turn, announcing that the policy would now apply to Class 9th from July 1st itself. 45-day gap given to implement this. Just about 6 weeks to implement sweeping changes. Students may now have to alter language combinations mid-session while schools are scrambling to arrange teachers, timetables and approvals, triggering confusion, anxiety and anger among parents across the country. Let me go to Dr. Jyoti Gupta. Dr. Jyoti Gupta, do you fail to see the point as well? Do you see that there is no relevance at all to the big concerns that are being raised? Do you see any justification whatsoever for a sudden change? And I'm genuinely asking you this because I am not able to. Please help me understand.
So we are with you in this, Neha, and we also fail to understand as to what was the hurry. When just a month back, CBSE came out with the scheme of study saying that the current Class 6, when it moves to Class 9, only then this policy is going to be relevant, not just for 9th, but also the current 7th and 8th. We still don't know what to do with them because there's no diktat for them. I'm choosing my words very clearly. There's no diktat for them yet. The parents are very upset. The books were bought, the timetables were made, the schools weren't ready with so many, like we are sitting in Delhi here, we don't have so many Hindi or Sanskrit teachers. And if we were to teach the regional languages, then as a school, how many regional languages are we going to teach? And then at the end of the day, the books are not ready. We are being told that you teach Class 9 children with the book that is there for Class 6. Are we trying to tell the children that it doesn't matter? You are in Class 9, you can study the syllabus of Class 6. You can later on, even in class 10, your marks will be given, though they are internal assessment. There's no board exam.
You know,
So are we telling
I'm
the
sorry
children
I'm
you don't have to
interrupting
give
you. I'm sorry, and
importance?
I'm asking you this question with full responsibility, because you are an expert on this panel with years of experience as a director, as a principal for renowned school chain, all of that. I want to ask you, is CBSE making it extremely hard for parents to trust them? I'm asking a direct
Absolutely.
question because CBSE needs to
Absolutely.
understand this. These are not guinea pigs. That's what I'm saying, but you would know better than me. Correct me if I'm wrong. How
Absolutely.
can anybody come and tell
Absolutely.
any student 1 month before, now you study 3 languages, your French and German can go as a fourth language, or you can take
Yes.
it. How does
Yes,
this even
and
work?
now the children, like those who had taken, let us say, English and French or German or Spanish or Japanese, now they are being told, no, you go back to studying Hindi. And for years they thought in 6th, 7th, and 8th, what language are they going to choose in ninth and 10th? Because the orientation starts happening when we introduce the languages in classes 4 and 5, and then they take it up in 6th, 7th, and 8th. And suddenly a new language, that is a new regional language or a new Sanskrit to be taught to all these children. What are we trying to tell them? That it doesn't matter, you don't have to give the board exam. Whether you study or you don't study, you will still scrape through. And what is the guarantee that next year, around the same time, they will say, oh, sorry, we are very sorry, there is now a board exam in R3 as well.
No,
So,
you know
like
what?
they are
And
withdrawing their
and
circulars,
and
they can
and let
withdraw
me
even
just
then.
make one thing very clear. No student can fall in love with a language until that student is inspired to learn. And it's not about a language, it's about any subject.